All right, very good. So again, welcome to this is lower body strengthening and balance. So this is the class that we missed last week due to the holiday, 4th of July. So yeah, so we haven't done this class completely in about 2 weeks. So we'll get back into it. So again, if you guys don't mind, just put it on the chat, playing that out a little bit. We're gonna warm up, and then we're gonna be transitioning from lower body strengthening um, exercises to balancing exercises, and then we'll go from there. So again, like I was mentioning earlier, I'm a little bit sore and tight in some areas because of the tumbling I had this weekend. But if you guys are feeling a little bit more energized than I am, or less sore, then try to do a few more repetitions than what I'm doing as well. So let's start off with the warm up. So let's go ahead and start upper body. Yeah, I already feel this one here. All right, switch directions. Yeah, on these camping trips, sometimes I have to come back and just reset the body because you're just running off, hot dogs and burgers and chips and just sodas. So, left to right, I did catch a lot of crawdads or crawfish. I caught about 20 of them, and we're able to cook them, and yeah, it's a nice snack. So, got pinched a lot, but it was fun. Up and down. All right, very good. Nice. Some arm circles. So yeah, so there's been some folks that won't be able to make it to the 10 o'clock time just because going back to work or new commitments, but folks are still logging in and just requesting the video, so reverse. So if that happens to be your case, every other day or so, like I said, you can always go in on the chat, request the video link, and I'll make sure I send that to you later on so you can do it on the weekend or at a later time. So as things are opening up, I've noticed attendance has been dropping a little bit. Let's do one arm at a time. And that's okay, people have to go back to work. If you guys are able to do some of these classes on the weekends on your own time, yeah, and you could log in, just make an attempt to do that if you can. And reverse. And left arm. Forward. And reverse. All right, very good. All right, arms up and start rotating left to right. arms up, and let's aim right until you can't go anymore, and then pump left. And forward, just twisting at your hip. And back up and back. Very good. All right, we're gonna do ab circles. So wide stance, and let's cut left, cut across, pump back. Just take a couple more per side. All right, very good. Okay, awesome. Big hula hoops, so wide stance, and big circles. And every stretch you're doing right now, just feeling. I feel like that's how it goes every Monday, though. If you're not as active on the weekend, I don't know if you folks are, but sometimes I go a little bit harder on the weekdays and the weekends, like to relax. But I think the fact that I don't move much over the weekend, come Monday, I feel it. Okay, switch, directions. All right, very good. Okay, all right, let's find a chair, a wall where we can do leg swings from. So again, leg swings, just going back and forth. About 15 per leg. And then switch. All right, now we're gonna swing across. Ready? Begin. And then switch. All right, very good. All right, now we're gonna do the quad stretch. A little bit of balance here. So go on that quad, pull back. If you hold on to something, go ahead and keep your hand over a little stool. And if you're feeling good and this is a bit easy, you could try elevating your heel off the ground slowly. Do a little calf raise. If that's too much, just hold it here. All right, we're gonna switch. All right, very good. Okay, now we're gonna do a hamstring stretch. So slight bend at the knees, come down, slide your hands on your shins. Make sure you're breathing. Let's reach a little bit more. A little bit more. Or straighten out those knees. Get those knees back. And slowly, slowly come back up. Okay. All right, so now, okay, we're gonna do the deep squat stretch. So, you guys a little bit of space. Deep squat, opening up the hips. I think this movement here alone says a lot about our hip joint health. So, like I said, a lot of people that, and it's actually funny, I just noticed, so I think I mentioned a couple weeks ago, I have a few of my athletes that can do this position, and they're usually up here, so that's what you can get. But I don't know if it's a coincidence, but 3 of those athletes that I had already have complained with some type of knee injury. So yeah, so it could be, it could be something completely, coincidence, or it could be correlated to the hip health of their joints. Okay, off our heels, on our toes. Because someone that has healthy hip joints will be able to freely move their legs on that hip joint a little bit more freely, and someone who's a little bit tighter, more stiff, is probably going to have more of a break, which is going to shock the knee a little bit. So yeah, it might not be coincidence, it might just be relative to the hip joint. Drop those heels and slowly come back up. All right, very good. All right, now that we loosened up the hip a little bit, we're going to do hip openers, okay? So this one's going to be for balance. So we're going to drive the knee forward and then out to the side and back down. Forward, out to the side, back down. Very good. Make sure those hips stay forward. Try not to turn them. was very common to see people at the beginning of this class do this while doing this movement, and now everyone's pretty smooth. Okay, Josefina just did it. So, all right, awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and get on the yoga mat. I do want to stretch out our back a little bit before we start with our strengthening stuff. Okay, so we're gonna go where, oh, mine's too low on this thing. Okay. So we're gonna go with the cat-cow. Okay, I know we do this on Wednesdays, but we'll probably incorporate it on Mondays too. So we're gonna arch up, inhale, and then exhale, and bring our belly button towards the ground, suppressing that spine. Then inhale, arch back up. Make sure your knees are under your hips, your wrists are under your shoulders. Exhale. Inhale. And you always want to be looking down for these as well. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right, one more. Inhale. Exhale. All right, and then from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna arch up, and we're gonna bring our glutes back to our heels. Okay, and once we're there, we're gonna reach with our arms forward, bring our head down, and just hang out here for about 30 seconds. Make sure you're looking down. Glutes on your heels. Reset. Come back. Now we're going to scoot over to the right. So it's going to shift to the right. Once we're there, you're going to arch up and bring your glutes towards your heels. And if you shift it to the right, you should feel a nice stretch on your left side, your left back, your left ribs. All right, come back. All right, let's continue to the left side now. Shift over to the left. Once you're there, you're looking down, arch up, and then bring those glutes towards your heels. And reset. Very good. Awesome. So that's going to be pretty much our initial warm-up for mobility and flexibility. If you guys could do me a favor, so today we are doing some lower body strengthening, balance. So if you guys could grab a dumbbell, and if you don't have a dumbbell as well, what you could grab is, if you could grab maybe a small box, maybe a roll of paper towels, something. This is pretty much what we're going to do right now, so I'll demonstrate. So I have, this is a dumbbell that's just standing there. So what I want to do, what I want to have you guys do is we're going to be between my legs or between my feet. It's a dumbbell, and we're going to be doing this here. Okay. So it's going to work on our glute and our hip flexors. So it doesn't need to be a dumbbell. It could be something that can be fixed, not too high, not too short. This is about 1 foot tall. So if you have a book, maybe even a water bottle works perfect. Yeah, that's Fina's guide. So yeah, don't grab a chair. A chair is going to be too high. So, and we've done this before when we go over the chair with our leg extended. So, okay, so we're going to go, if you guys have that object, Let's go with the right foot over and back 10 times, okay? So make sure you don't touch it. Make sure it's controlled. It's not for speed. The slower, the better. And make sure that foot does not touch the ground. You're hovering it. And if you're doing it, you know, without touching the ground, you might feel that leg starting to fatigue. Okay, and it will get a little bit more challenging as the workout progresses. All right, let's do 5 more. 3 more. 2. 1. And time. Woo! You should feel, I felt it here. I don't know if you guys felt it. So, all right. So that's another way to work out the hip joint as well. This is one that I saw recently. All right, ready? So left foot elevated. And again, I'll let you guys know once we start the actual countdown. Sometimes I don't like counting until it starts burning. So. And I actually like that technique or that idea. Actually, don't start counting until you start feeling the sensation. I'll explain why after. So, all right, 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, so yeah, those legs are getting fatigued. So the idea behind, and this could apply to any repetition of any exercises, the idea of not counting until you start feeling that burning sensation. Some days you're gonna wake up exhausted, not wanting to work out. Some days you're gonna wake up with, you know, that you could lift the entire world over your shoulders and feel really strong. But at the end of the day, on that day that you're feeling terrible, if you try to do 10, you might hurt yourself because, you know, you're gonna be stressed out, you're gonna be tired. And on that day that you feel great, 10 might not be enough. So the point of doing it once, or starting to count once you feel that burning sensation, is whatever day you're feeling like a 0 or a 10, once that burning counts, it's not gonna matter because you're gonna feel that burning sensation and it's gonna, you know, you're still gonna develop off that. So that's kind of why some days when I do work out, I don't start counting until I feel that sensation. I'm like, okay, here we go. Now we're getting tired. So something to practice, but again, it helps out usually on those days where I'm feeling really exhausted. All right, so let's get some water and we'll begin shortly. So. Okay. All right. All right, so we're gonna go. We added some more movements to our warm up. We're just gonna continue on that. This one, first one we're gonna do is gonna be a slow march high knee. Again, we're not worried about cardio right now. The slow march high knee is gonna work on our balance. So we're just gonna go up slowly. So we're gonna do 10 per leg. The slower, the better. The slower means the more time you're remaining on one foot. About 3 more per leg. That's fine. Good. Let me just check the chat real quick. All right. Great. Just people requesting the video. All right. Okay. Next one is a strengthening one, and it's going to be a balance one and strengthening. So this is a standing Jane Fonda. Okay. So remember, for the standing Jane Fonda, we want to be as upright as possible. Lift that leg off to the side and back down. Make sure it doesn't touch the ground. So we're on that one foot the entire time. So remember, we're not here, we're not doing this here. Okay, so we want to stay upright as possible. And we're going to do 12 per leg. Okay, I think I'm at 5. And make sure your toe is pointing straight towards the screen, okay? I don't want that toe to point to the right. We're not training that ankle. That toe is pointing straight back to the screen, back towards me. Yeah, 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Time. Right. Very good. Okay, left leg. Ready? Here we go. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 2 more. 11 and 12. Should feel those lats on the side flaring up. Okay. All right, this next one's pretty easy. This is warming up the calves and your anterior tibialis. We're just rocking back and forth from our heels to our toes. I find this being more comfortable if you're on a yoga mat. We're going to do about 20 of these. Again, some movements that we do aren't meant to feel exhausting. Some of it's just to warm up the tendons. But I guarantee you do this for a couple minutes, you'll be walking funny because your calves would be on fire. All right, very good. All right, now we're gonna walk the tightrope. Okay, so this one we usually do for time. Usually it's kind of about 40 seconds. So I'm just gonna come back and then just walk towards the screen. So one foot in front of the other. And again, I don't want my feet to make contact with each other. So there's always about an inch gap in between each foot. Okay. And then once you reach the screen, then we're going backwards. We'll do about 30 more seconds of these. And be mindful of how your feet are moving. Maybe they're moving a lot, they're shaking. One of the perks of being flat-footed is that you have more surface area to feel balance. Nothing to brag about, but more surface area, better balance. All right, good. I remember when I was younger, people would tell me that if there's a draft, I wouldn't be drafted because of my flat feet. So I was kind of happy, but I guess that's not a rule anymore. But anyways, now we're gonna go ahead and do the black circle toe touches. So this is almost like around the clock sissy squats. But now for this one, imagine you're the center of a clock, and there's 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. And what we want to do is just reach over and just reaching towards the side. And we're just bringing the leg across really, okay? We're not trying to do the squat here or back. We're just bringing the leg over, forward. And this is easier than the squat. So I'm just shifting. I'm not really squatting with this leg. And the point of this one is that our center of mass should be changing as that lower leg, changes direction, which means that foot that is planted on the floor is working a little bit on countering that imbalance. All right, very good. Okay. So again, all right, ready? So now we're gonna go counterclockwise. Ready, begin. So forward, down, back, right. Pretty easy one. All right, very good. All right, do me a favor, and if you have that dumbbell that we used earlier or some equipment, go ahead and grab some dumbbells. Okay, we're gonna do close stance squats right now. So for this one, I'm gonna have my dumbbell here, my chest holding it, and my feet are gonna be together. Okay, heels are touching. And I'm just gonna squat down. Okay, so squatting down. This dumbbell is just going directly down. And I'm gonna do 12 of these. Two more. All right. Very good. All right, and without missing a beat, now we're gonna do RDLs. So I'm gonna keep the same dumbbell, grab my hands, slight gap within my feet, so about closer than shoulder width apart, slight bend at the knees, and almost like the hamstring stretch, just going down. Once you reach down, you come back up. Okay, so each one should take about 5 to 8 seconds. I'm actually gonna bring my feet a little bit closer together. So about 5 more. Just feel that on your hamstrings. It's called a Russian deadlift. All right, 2 more. Last one. Very good. All right. Awesome. Little water break. It's gonna be warm. Water break. All right. All right, here we go with our first balance one. I think we're past the Romberg stance right now. So the Romberg stance, we could try it out. We'll do the more advanced on the Romberg. So you guys, if you guys do have a small towel, I forgot to bring that. We do need a small rag, a small towel for this class. So let's go get that real quick. Small rag right here. Okay, we're not gonna use it quite yet. So Romberg stance, feet together. Okay, almost like how we were doing the close stance squats just now. And then we're gonna look left to right. So feet close together, left to right. Now up and down. All right, now we're gonna close our eyes. 30 seconds of eyes closed. Remember, if you feel like you're falling, just separate your legs, open your eyes. Be mindful of how your feet are swaying or your body's swaying. You might notice a little bit of pressure on your toes, maybe more on your heels. And remember, from here, we're gonna lift one foot slightly above our other foot, just about half an inch. I could almost feel the ground right below me. The gap is so small that, I know I have it elevated, but at the same time, I feel safe. All right, let's switch. Remember, I don't need your foot up here. It just needs to be right above. Maybe you could slide a couple pieces of paper between your foot and the ground. Okay. All we want to do is put all of our weight on that other foot that's planted. Good. All right. Shake that off. All right. Okay. We'll do that one. Okay. So let's grab a chair. Just gonna do some quick stuff on the chair. Take too long. Of course, we're gonna do my favorite stretch on the chair, which is the performance stretch. So bring that left ankle on that knee. Once you're there, just press down on it and lean towards that knee. We're almost in mid-July already. It's crazy. All right, so yeah, that is just performance stretch. Push down, lean forward, and then once you've done that, let's bring that right knee, let's hug it out. Feel that a little bit higher up. And let's switch. Left ankle across and push down on that left knee. And let's bring those knees to our chest. Relax. Okay. And then right now, what we're gonna do here is just doing, we're gonna do hip openers again. And this time with us sitting down, the body is a little bit more fixed, so we could get a little bit more range of motion. You don't have to worry about the balance aspect. Leg. Just really want to open that up. And over here at the chair, let's switch. We're gonna go and do our ABCs. And then if you guys have tennis ball, golf ball, we'll also do our arches. And then also we'll do some arch work. Again, it's one of those body parts that goes overlooked when working out, and we're always using them when we're walking around or just standing. We're gonna do some heel raises. Okay, nothing too challenging. So remember, tomorrow we do have, we're gonna do about a 2-second hold. Tomorrow we have strength and conditioning at 10 a.m. And usually we go a little bit harder, full body for that. But we'll start waking up the legs, the joints. We just want to make sure that we cover every body part at least once this week. Like I said, some of these movements aren't very exciting, but they're helping our joints out. All right, and then we can do our ABC. So you can do both legs at the same time or both ankles at the same time. I always have a hard time with the S. All right, good. All right, and if you guys have that golf ball or tennis ball, I have a rugby ball. Hold the ball there. Just gonna roll it back and forth. If you have a water bottle or something, you can just roll. Down. All right, let's switch. Left arch is a little bit more tender than right. All right, very good. Okay, and from here, we're also going to work on some arch work. So if you guys don't mind taking off your socks, your shoes, of course, definitely. And if you have a small towel, I'm just like using my socks and again, just gripping them, my toes dropping, fixing, back in position, and just gripping, drop. And again, this is good work for joint health of our toes and our, I forget how many bones are in our feet. It's over 20. But I'm gonna switch feet. That's one. All right, very good. Okay, last thing I'm gonna do with the chair is just some mobility work above and over. Usually do this one on Wednesday too. So for this one, I have my counter here. I've done this one before. So I'm gonna be bringing my leg over and then back. Okay, so if you have a table, if you have another chair, or maybe if this part of the chair is too high, what you could do is just use the bottom half and just go over and under the bottom half, okay? So you're just going here. And again, I'm just resetting, so I'm pointing towards you. I'm going around, around. Oh, Josefina Sina with no hands. Okay, so I need my balance. So she's doing a balance workout out of it too. So let's make sure you feel safe. All right, and then once you're ready, you can switch legs. Whoa, hit it. All right, last one. Good. All right, you can put this one away. Just check the chat. All right. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and go with the tandem stance. We're going to go right foot over our left, okay? So right foot in front of our left. Okay. And make sure that your hips are centered. You're not leaning back, you're not leaning forward. Just going to be right above both feet. Standing here. I'm staying on my yoga mat too, by the way, so. All right, let's flip up and down. Left to right. Cool. All right, and let's close our eyes. And again, remember, if you feel like you're falling, just separate your legs and you'll be fine. And let's go grab that small rag, fastly. Yeah. Just bunch it up a few times. And let's put our left toes on it and our right heel on it. Okay. We're just gonna stand here. Try to keep your legs straight. Make sure they're not bent. And let's hop off. Okay. All right. We are actually gonna use the chair. I'm sorry, I forgot. We do have some movements here. So these, we're gonna go with the standing up from the chair position. So just here. If you have to use your hands, go ahead and use them, but I'm just gonna go no hands, stand up, sit back down, up, my feet are together, back down, and I'm gonna go for 12 of these. Okay. And you can put your hands wherever you feel safe. Okay, good. All right, so this is where it gets a little bit more challenging. So now we're gonna do it with one leg. Just remember that. So let's go with the right first. So again, if you have to use your hands to push off, that's okay. But try to make most of the effort without your hands. So again, we're gonna go here, and back down. So just make sure you're. We're gonna do 10 per leg. See the legs a little bit. All right, so we're doing 10 per leg. All right, a little rest. Sounds pretty demanding, and it's definitely one of the more challenging balance ones that we do too. It's a double whammy. All right, left leg, right leg elevated. Ready? Begin. All right. Go on the floor. And get some stuff on the ground. You have the mat ready. We get a little water as well. Right. Okay. Okay, so over here, you can get on our sides. we're gonna do Jane Fonda's first. Okay, so you guys know Jane Fonda's. We're gonna do 15 of these, okay? Just got your own count. Once you're ready, you can roll over and flip it to the other side. 15 ready. There you go. Oh, they got tired. Okay. Once we're done here, let's just drive that knee up towards your chest. Roll over. We're gonna do a few things in this position and begin. We're doing 10 of these. All right. Next one we're gonna do on our side is this one is I'll demonstrate first. So you bring right here, like in the start of the Jane Fonda, you're gonna bring your leg back first, and then up, and then down, and back to that initial position. Okay. So make sure you go back, then up, down, back. Okay. So we don't want to go diagonal. We want to go here. So Josefina, you have to go front first. I mean back. I'm sorry, and then up. Okay. So yeah, get in that initial position. So go back and then up. Yeah. So when you lift your leg up, it shouldn't go too high because it's in that back position, and you're limited with the mobility in that position there. You should feel that glute lateral thigh burning. All right, let's switch. Ready? So back, up, down, right. So two more. All right. Those glutes should be on fire after that. Okay. All right, next we're gonna do bridges. Okay, so we're gonna be in this sit-up position. And from here, we're gonna do both legs making contact with the ground. So we're gonna bring the hips up, hold, squeeze those glutes and back down and repeat. So total of 10. Okay. All right, once you're there, just rest for a little bit. Rest those legs. Quads are probably a little tired. All right, now we're gonna do single leg bridges, okay? So single leg bridges, get in that initial position. I like keeping my arms off to my side a little bit for this one. One leg goes up and begin. So 10 of these. Feel that hamstring activating. Once you've done 10, you can rest that leg, you can drop it. All right, ready? Left leg up and begin 10. All right, awesome. Very good. All right, we're almost done. Do a few more things. Okay, right here, we're gonna do fire hydrants. Okay, we're gonna get on our fours. Remember, fire hydrants, leg comes off to the side and back down slowly. We're gonna do 8 on each leg. Once you've done that, switch. Right. That's the glutes. Now we're gonna go into donkey kicks. So same position, but now we're bringing that leg up towards the ceiling. Okay. So you're gonna give me 8. Once you've done 8, let's switch. Awesome. All right. Okay. Last thing we're gonna do is the tandem stance with our left foot in front of our right. Okay. So we did right in front of our left. Now we're going left in front of our right. After that, we could call it a day. So, all right. So let's go ahead. So tandem. So left foot in front of our right. And now let's look up and down. All right, let's look left to right. All right, and now we're gonna close our eyes. Remember, if you feel like you're falling, just separate your legs. Open your eyes. Ten more seconds. And time. Okay. All right. Very good. All right, let's just get that yoga mat and let's cool down. Easy workout to start off the week. You guys are hydrating. Okay, let's bring that left foot inside. Oh, I'm sorry, yeah. So left foot inside, right leg goes back, and lean forward. Now the switch. So yeah, tomorrow, remember, strength and conditioning, full body workout. Already approaching mid-July. Okay, all right, let's switch. So right leg over left. Bring that left elbow over that knee. Push away. And let's switch. All right, left heel in, right leg out. Figure four. And let's switch. Right heel in, out. And both goes in. Push down on those knees. All right, let's cross those legs. And let's reach forward. Okay. Last one. Left heel in, right leg back, and lean back. Feel that stretch in your quad. Nice stretch in the hip joint as well. Switch. I guess we could sneak in the performance stretch here. So let's get in this trap position. Bring that right leg over. And bring that chest towards that knee. Let's switch it. And we are done. All right, ladies. I really appreciate you guys kind of taking it, easy with me today. Like I said, I'm just a little sore, but tomorrow we'll get it. Like I said, if you guys haven't got any new equipment, or like I said, just Ross, Marshalls. What's the other place that had them too? Someone mentioned another store. Something below, I think.
Oh, 5 and below.
Okay, yeah. So I think that's where some folks found some stuff, and then Amazon, of course, you can find some stuff there. Or you might get lucky at a yard sale too. So, but yeah, if you guys, tomorrow join me at 10 o'clock, that'd be great. I really appreciate it. Other than that, like I said, stretch, hydrate, and eat well. Even though it's a little bit cooler than your typical summer day, you still want to hydrate consistently. So, yeah. Any questions before we head out?
Nope. See you tomorrow.
All right, ladies. Yes, have a good day. Take care. Bye,
Thank you,
ladies.
Julio. Thank
Bye,
you.
ladies. I appreciate all of you. All right, bye-bye.